What is going on YouTube and also the Strats Discord stage channel? Welcome to your Strats Weekly for the week of 14 August 2021. As always, I am your host, Aw. Thanks for being with us. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Oh, Discord, what are you doing? There we go. What up, Warden? Bradum, how y'all doing?
Yo.
I'm doing good.
Serge Yakis and Dies-A-Lot down listening in the stage, and also Siri hanging out over in the YouTube chat. What it do, peeps? Man, how's everybody's week been? My week's been pretty good, all things considered.
Mine's been good.
Yeah,
I've been
pretty
ready for big vacation. I'm taking from the 19th to the 30th off.
Woo!
Yeah.
That is a big vacation. Dang. Got any really cool plans, or are you just gonna sit around and play video games all day?
My good friends, you've probably seen my friend Adam around in the occasional thing. Yeah, he and his wife are coming back from BC for a couple weeks, so we're going up to their cottage up north.
Nice.
Yeah. Hence the urgency of my camera purchase, because I want to take all kinds of cool pictures, because it's really nice up there.
And the camera's really cool. Let's be real.
Yeah,
that definitely is a factor. I'm not saying you're entirely form over function, but let's not pretend that how cool that camera looks did not play a reasonable factor in your decision to acquire it.
I'm not gonna lie, it did. I do think, fortunately, I think it was one of those things where just like the pretty one that I wanted actually also happened to be a relatively really good buy. And I hope it has enough stuff that it's like I don't have to eventually upgrade.
I mean, eventually, someday, you'll want to / need to upgrade, but yeah. Pretty good odds. No sign of Taco, don't know where he's at. I know Zarek said he probably wouldn't be able to join us, and I don't know what's going on with Vecino. He's been in and out, in like his own personal quarantine. So he might be. Maybe today's the day his wife lifted it on him. So maybe he can actually go and like hang out with the fam jam.
Is he finally back from?
Yeah, he was back.
Land?
Yeah, he was back last week, and his wife put him in quarantine. Made him stay upstairs. So he was at the Keys a whole lot this week, but he got tested. He's negative, which is what he expected. He felt fine. So I imagine he's probably hanging out with the fam jam a whole bunch. Oh, there's Taco. What to do, Taco? I guess he's just listening in. Kids might be going crazy in the background. That might be why. All right. Well, lots of stuff to talk about. Let's.
What the hell?
Hey, what's up? You tell me.
Okay. What?
All right, good talk, Taco. Reminder for anybody who is not actively up here chatting. Firstly, you're welcome to come up here and chat if you'd like. However, if you don't want to, down in the streaming category, we do have the thread for this week's weekly. You're welcome to pop in here and discuss things like Zarek saying he might not be able to make it. So yeah, feel free to hop into that. Whoa, straight onto the games though. A lot of games to talk about, a lot of stuff. First and foremost, always, started out with World of Warcraft. We play World of Warcraft at Strats. We are on Area 52 Horde side in retail, and I don't know exactly where our players that are playing in Classic are at, but we do have some people playing Classic as well. We don't have an official guild over there. If you are interested in checking out World of Warcraft with us, hop on down to Blues Nerds, ask for Nightlife. He can get you all the details. Life is spelled with a Y because he's cool and edgy like that. Yeah, and if you also want to check out some streamed World of Warcraft content, Nightlife does periodically stream over on our Facebook page, facebook.com/stratsco. You can check it out over there. We're in a totally different order this week. Hold on, I get my notes. I mixed up the order. Bam. Final Fantasy, second game we're talking about. How's Final Fantasy going? Braden, having fun in Final Fantasy? I know Zarek was playing earlier, but he's not in here to talk to me.
I have not played Final Fantasy for a couple weeks, not gonna lie.
15 days.
Dang, 15 days.
I just have so many. I really want to. Like, I was enjoying it. It's one of those times where you have so many different things. It's like, I want to, learn Japanese. I want to get back in shape. I want to learn how to do photography. I want to, and yeah.
Yeah, you gotta definitely not enough hours in the day.
Yeah.
I empathize. I have a gaming related issue with that because there are so many games coming out between like September, October, November that I want to play, and it's like, firstly, how do I afford all these games? Secondly, how do I find the time to play all these games? I don't know. Not looking forward to it. But I know Taco and Serge have been trying to get us a plot, but I saw the screenshot you guys posted, that like massive pile of people hanging out at a plot that had just come up. It's not worth it. Aren't they adding more with the expansion though?
Yes, they are. They're adding like they're adding a bunch to Ishgard, which is the first expansion's like central city. Yeah, I don't know how many plots. I think it's like, I don't know. There's like, each city has, or each housing area has like 24 areas, and they're broken up into like 60 plots or something. So 24 times 60, I don't know. It's like 1,200 or something.
So not nearly enough is what you're saying.
You get to them quick enough, and you're lucky, and you have auto hockey set up. And,
the stars align if Jupiter is waxing over Venus.
We Surge came up. We're actually gonna Strats. We're gonna do something a little different with the Strats free company. So if anybody wants to come play, we're still gonna have the Strats Go free company. We actually also have Strats Go cross-world link shell as well on the Crystal data center, and a Strats Go fellowship as well. I don't know if the fellowship's cross-world or not.
I have no idea,
But yeah, so in Final Fantasy, it's a lot. ESO was like a completely different thing. Serge and I had been in various guilds in ESO. We knew what people wanted to do, like events-wise and activity-wise. Me and him are both, and Zarya, we're all new, pretty much completely new to Final Fantasy. So we are going to park the Strats Go Guild, or free company, onto an alt, and we're gonna go around and see. We're gonna join some groups. We're gonna see what people are actually doing. We're gonna learn from others, so then we can come back and start recruiting. Honestly, recruiting now. I've spammed some stuff, in different cities off and on. Surge and Zarya have done some stuff. We have posts on the official community finder, the Reddits, forums, all that shit. We've gotten like one guy.
Two, but the other guy didn't join.
Yeah, well, we had one guy when I spammed the first time in like Sea of Clouds or some shit. And then the second guy didn't get back to us. So we're just gonna go, we're gonna learn, see what's up.
You can't really make a good recruit, like with the ESO guild, it was easy to make a good recruitment post that you could spam because you knew what events you wanted to run that people liked. You knew what dungeons and everything that people were doing. But on this, we're not even at the end game yet, and none of us have characters that have even finished Shadowbringers. So there's no way to plan events. We don't really know what people are doing right now at the end game, like what everybody's focusing on, what everybody's craving to do.
Mm-hmm.
So writing a good recruitment post that you can spam and utilize to get new members, it's not gonna. There's nothing we can do. So if we see what everybody's doing, we kind of jump around and see what everybody's up to, and like what people are getting into. I think we'll have a much better idea going in, and finally actually be able to get some people into the Strats Guild. But right now, none of us have any clue what we're doing.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
don't
and
think
like
it's a good...
at this point, your like recruitment targets are basically either veterans who actively just want to help and teach new people, or people who are like y'all, very completely new and for whatever reason only want to learn alongside it other people who are very completely new as well. It's like very tiny
like,
demographic of potential recruitees out there.
I mean, honestly, so they're called sprouts because when you're new to the game, you get this little sprout icon next to your name in like over your head
Mm-hmm.
that other people can see. So they call them sprouts. It's kind of like New Bros and Eve. So the majority of people that are recruiting are getting a ton of sprouts, because
Right.
other games, new expansion on the horizon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna have a little siesta. Siesta? Is that the? Never mind.
Yeah. No, it makes
I'll talk.
makes total sense though. I mean, like that's
Just take a nap.
well, you're just putting the guild on ice for a little bit while you figure out what all there is to do in the game. It makes total sense. Like that's a really good and smart way to go about it, I think.
I mean, there's stuff to do in the game.
Yeah.
I
mean,
had
there's people playing. There has to be something to do.
a little outburst earlier about a different game that there's nothing to do in, but
But we'll talk.
dude, if they just added like a golden saucer thing to WoW, bro.
Dude, we're on Final Fantasy right now, bro. Follow the schedule.
Man,
Check your calendar, Taco. Keep
dude,
up.
I'm angry. Super angry.
But yeah, no, I mean, you're not wrong about we talked briefly about World of Warcraft before this. There's a reason I never went back in for the most recent expansion. It just wasn't doing it for me. I ran out of things to do previously, and the gameplay loop wasn't super fulfilling for me. So, cool. I guess I won't. I went and chased a bunch of mounts and stuff in World of Warcraft, and went to try and 100% Mechagon and stuff like that. But that kind of stuff can only hold your interest for so long. So.
Yep.
Makes sense. But yeah, so that's what's going on. If you want to hang out with the peeps that are playing Final Fantasy XIV, though, and you don't have a character rolled up, they are on the Crystal Data Center Goblin server. I'm sure they'd love to have you along for their guild hopping adventure while they figure out all the ins and outs of what's going on in the game.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing. Surge is grinding fucking the main scenario quests. He's like a robot. It's like I was ahead of him by a good amount, and then this force of nature just came along.
I'm like the third block of quests into fucking Shadowbringers now.
I'm like halfway through the level in Stormblood.
That's because you're watching too many VTuber streams, Taco.
Yeah,
You gotta focus. You gotta focus.
Well, then he goes and plays
7
Blast,
different games.
and
Yeah,
then he
Blast,
plays
Diablo 2, bro.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Diablo 2, I don't have a card for it, but what is that? That's this week, right? This weekend, or is it next weekend?
The early access, which was early access beta, so it was for pre-orders, or every company's doing this. Even if people that pre-order it automatically get in.
Mm-hmm.
But if you watch a Twitch stream for an hour, you'll get a key.
They get the Twitch drops.
Yeah. If you watch a drops stream for 2.5 hours, you'll get a key. I think it's actually ended now. They only did the drops thing for 24 hours.
Huh.
But it's until Tuesday. The early access is until Tuesday, 10 a.m. Pacific, and but next weekend, the 20th to the 23rd, it's open beta. Anybody can get in. It's just Acts 1 and 2.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's for the early access. The assassin and the necromancer classes aren't in. I think they get unlocked with the everybody open beta.
I was gonna say they're not even like giving you the. Man.
Yeah, well,
Man, I mean,
I made a barbarian, and the name is Cyclone only. So
yeah, I mean, nobody's surprised. I just can't. I'm glad they're remastering it. I guess I have put so many hours into Diablo 2, and there's just no real end game. I just don't know that I could ever go back.
oh hell yeah, I'm gonna farm Bale for 3,000 more hours.
You gotta farm the cow level, but be careful. Don't kill the boss, or else you brick it. And oh lord, I just can't.
Yeah, I mean, it's just updated graphics. There's some QOL stuff like gold's auto pickup and stuff.
Yeah, Siri, I'm the same way. It's like I loved it, but yeah, the remake just not doing it for me either.
But it's also not launching with ladder.
Not even gonna have ladder. Oh,
they're gonna have ladder, but just not at launch.
Look. Here's the problem,
like,
right?
They want to make sure it's stable.
Well, they want to make sure it's first thing they should have done is not remove TCP/IP. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know what? Like the 2 people that use TCP/IP.
Dude, when I saw people being salty about that, I was like, come on.
Like, oh,
come on. Like,
I mean, all the big mods, Path of Diablo and Meridian XL, they all use their own dedicated servers.
Yeah, I couldn't believe the number of people who were speaking up and joining the grumpy train about it. And it was just like, are you serious, dog? Like, you're not actually gonna play TCP/IP. Like, you were not gonna go set up a fucking Hamachi network to play with your friends so you could, not have to, play on Blizzard servers. Like, don't kid yourself.
But I mean, it's if the current Blizzard stuff wasn't going on, I don't think that many people would bitch about it.
I don't know, man.
It's like complaints on top of complaints.
You give people an excuse to bitch, and they will absolutely bitch. This is the internet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
But I'm with you, Taco. I think that, like, with all the Blizzard stuff that's going on, it's like, yes, people are always going to complain, but like, I feel like people are looking for things.
Yeah.
That's true. Because I remember, it was either the article or the Reddit thread talking about it. It was something like Blizzard quietly backpedals on their promise to include TCP/IP support with the remaster or something like that.
They did say, I'll be honest, they did say it would have it in it, and they walked it back. There were a lot of clickbait titles like Diablo 2 Remaster removes major feature.
Oh yeah,
like,
major
what?
Feature.
Major for the 5 people that play on LAN.
What is TCP/IP? Because I mean, like, technically we're all using TCP/IP still.
Well, it's the TCP/IP was the direct IP connect, basically. Like you have to connect through Blizzard servers. Basically, you can't just direct to somebody else.
They will. They did confirm they will have offline single player though. So if you just want to play the game offline, not on Battle.net, well, obviously you'll have to go through the launcher. But
yeah,
so I guess it's not really.
Yeah,
offline,
I just never played Diablo 2, so I wasn't sure what you meant by TCP/IP.
It was mostly used for like LAN too.
That's what the setting was. That's what the setting was called way back in the day.
Yeah. Okay. I got it now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We have Final Fantasy. If you want to play, hit up Serge or Taco or Zarya. They'll get you the deets. Crystal Data Center Goblin server. What other games? Oh, PoE. Yeah, PoE. We have a guild. Some people are playing this season. Most people aren't. A bunch of people are grumpy. Play or don't. I don't care. If you want to play, hit up Alundril down in the Path of Exile channel, or Senior Cat Poop. Either one of them can sort you out. If neither of them are available, and you just need an invite to the Strats in-game clan, I can get that sorted out for you as well. I am definitely not playing this league because, well, I don't play every league anyhow, but especially with the way they did things this league. That's about all I got to say about PoE. Yep. PoE. Better luck next. Better luck next league.
You are dejected.
Dude,
You are like totally.
It's just like, it's just one more. It's just like, I was already a little skeptical ever since they started talking about PoE 2, and like Chris is like very determined that people play the game his way, and this season is just, or this league is just that. Like, it's feels like Chris wanting people to play the game his way. And a lot of the people that I know that play seriously, like around here especially, hate basically all of the new boss mechanics. The like super grindy, like bosses that have like multiple invulnerability phases and can like one-shot you from off screen, and you know, have massive AoEs that you can't even like engage through. You just have to like try to avoid them, and they can just sit in the middle of it and like spam damage at you. There's been a lot of not great design decisions in a lot of people's opinion the last several leagues, and this league is just like an extra slap in the face with all the nerfs they did. Like, nobody likes fighting these bosses anyways, but now you made it harder to even get to them, and it will be harder to fight them, and they're already just not fun. The changes they made are not increasing the challenge in a meaningful way. I don't know. Seems very silly. PoE. That's what I have to say about that. But we'll talk about Braden's favorite game next.
Princess Connect.
Princess Connect. Woo!
Rocket League. Oh.
We're talking about Princess Connect. Nobody talks about Rocket League. Who plays Rocket League? Nobody plays Rocket League.
Really.
Lot of deets real quick for those who are playing. We got a new focus banner coming on the 18th around like dinner-ish time, our time. That is when the Summer Tamaki and the double 3-star draw rates will go away. So if you are hoping to pull any of the 3 stars that you're missing with the double draw rate, gotta do it by the 18th, dinner-ish time. That's when it's going away. The new character she's alright. Good, but not great. I'm probably not going to pull. She'll be in the normal gacha pool. I'll just hope to get her at some point in the future. But, yep. Also, at that same time, new story event, Ironclad Nightmare, which will have June and Yukari shards. So if you're June, like anybody who's not a whale is not 5-star yet, or you don't even have June, Rip Diakis, now's a good time to earn those shards. Starting on the 18th. So save your stamina on the 18th so that you have a whole bunch to rip through the story event when it opens up around dinner time for us. Clan Battle will be on the 25th. I have no idea what the clan battle looks like. I'll have some more details on that once I find the information from the previous servers to see who we're fighting against, see what the team comps might look like. And that's pretty much it. Oh, clan battle will also bring double normal quest drops back for a few days, so get your shopping list together. We're on 11.5 gear at this point. I don't think we're getting any new gear before this, and 11.5 gear is not going to be important for clan battle. 11.4 perhaps, but not 11.5. 11.5 is just defense stuff, and if anything, that actually hurts you in clan battle, so don't worry about that. Boom, bam. That's all that's going on with that. Princess Connect. That. EVE Online. EVE Online. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on in EVE Online. I have been like, I wish I had gotten a screenshot earlier. I saw there were a whole heap of people playing when I like checked Discord on my phone because I got a notification, but I was laid up in bed with a migraine when I woke up this morning, so I didn't get a screenshot of all of them playing. I try to get that every week, and I just missed it this week. Feels bad. But we have a bunch of people playing EVE Online. If you're interested in hopping in with them, head on down to the Internet Spaceships channel. Hit up Mazik's a good hit up. Orthos, you can hit up Bacino, Sinish, any of those guys can get you sorted out down there. We are wormholers predominantly. But we do have other cores within the Alliance that do other things. We do have people in high sec, we have people in low sec. Strats predominantly, though, is wormholing. We are part of we are the co-founders of the Pretenders Alliance. If you are interested in participating either as a player or as a corp, especially if you're an Aussie time zone corp, I can't say it enough. Please, dear God, somebody who's in an Aussie time zone corp, find this and message Vorthos or Vecinos. We need more coverage in that time zone. We have basically 24-hour coverage, but we're a little thin in that time zone. Please, they'd love to talk to you about joining up with the Pretenders. But if you're a new bro who's never played, or if you are a returning veteran like a bunch of our people were, or if you've never stopped playing and you're looking for a new corp to call your home, like I said, hit up Vorthos, hit up Vecino, Sinish, any of those guys down in the Internet Spaceships channel. They can get you sorted out down there. Sadly, they didn't give me any cool clips this week. There's some cool clips on that YouTube channel that I linked out to last week, but nobody gave me any cool clips this week for Eve. Feels bad. And I know they did some stuff. I know Blitzar was under fire at one point, and I know they did some bomb runs and stuff like that. They did some cool stuff, but nobody gave me any clips to show. Feels bad. That's Eve Online. That's what's going on there. What else we got? ESO, man, Dies. How many people did I have to give permissions to this week? Like a half dozen or something? That was crazy.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, all the junior officers are now in the ESO officer channel as well here on Discord. And that channel is blowing up ever since that happened.
Yeah, we've picked up a few new officers this week, and they're very chomping at the bit to get going.
Oh yeah, a lot of chatter. What so I gotta ask, because you mentioned it and you didn't actually tell me any specifics. So what happened last week with your Discord? What's going on there? I know you were trying to join and you couldn't get it to work.
Oh, I think I was hitting the wrong button.
Oh, fair enough. Oh man, but yeah, how are things going out there on the NAPC mega server? I saw you guys had a dungeon event earlier today. Saw a bunch of groups going. Looked awesome.
Oh yeah, we've got one of the new officers. She's running Cream Cat. She's running veteran dungeons groups now at her time zone, so she's keeping it pretty active.
Nice. Hey, you guys have a bunch of events scheduled too. I noticed when I looked in there.
Oh yeah, we've got regular trial runs, dungeon runs. We've got world event, our world stuff going on. Actually, Jahala's going to be taking that over. We've got lots of stuff going. We're pretty active. We're had a little hiccup here the last couple of weeks, but we're getting back on track, and everything's looking good.
Yep, I should say. Yeah, half dozen scheduled events right now. You'll love to see it. Lots of stuff to do in ESO. Is there anything else I need to know about joining the ESO guild? Anybody who might be interested, other than that you guys are on the PCNA server?
PCNA server. Get a hold of Jahala, me. Sorry, I can't remember all the names of the new officers, but
no, you're good. There's a whole bunch of folks. Yeah, just hit up anybody down in Skumadin. Just type bang TESO, and then whoever politely responds and welcomes you, ask them how to join, because I guarantee one of them will have the details. Also, shout out to is it Ginger Gal that was doing it for us, Dies? Yeah, shout out to Ginger Gal. We have people playing both here stateside, as well as a lot of people out of the EU, surprisingly. Apparently, a lot of the EU players play on the NA server because the EU server is kind of dead. Who knew? I wouldn't have guessed that, but a lot of people are willing to play on ping, apparently, just to have more activity. One of the things we ran into is, while everybody seems to be very comfortable or reasonably comfortable speaking English. Not everybody is as comfortable reading English. So one of our ESO officers, Ginger Gal, has actually stepped up and started doing translations of some of the ESO content, the guild rules and stuff like that. We are in the process of getting that over on the wiki so that it'll be a little bit easier for people who English is their second language, and it'd be more helpful for them if they could just, read something in their native language. Probably make it a lot easier than trying to read it in English.
Yeah, we actually have three languages done up right now, and Ginger's working on I'm not sure if it's Mandarin or something like that. Anyway,
Mandarin or Cantonese.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's super super cool. Like that's the kind of stuff that you'll love to see. Like people coming forward and just being like, you know what, I can help. I can make things better for some folks, and just taking the initiative and doing it. I had no idea, Vecino either. Neither one of us knew this was happening. Dice just hit me up. He's like, hey, can I talk to you real fast? And I was like, yeah, sure. What's up? And he's like, yeah, we're looking at doing some translations for some of the stuff related to ESO. Is that cool? And I was like, it's totally cool. He's like, all right, good, because here's the first one. I was like, holy shit, like, that's awesome. That is super, super cool. You love to see it. I love it when people are helping out, and when like Strats people take care of their own. Love it. Good shit.
Yeah, she came to me with that idea, and I said, yeah, sounds good. I'll talk to the powers that be and tell her she had, before I could get a hold of Oth, she had one translation done, for Christ's sakes.
That's awesome. And also just for the ESO guys, so it's officially on the record. Yes, we know the wiki is being a bit of a shit right now. Vecino knows. He's working on getting that sorted out. It's just an expired security cert. There's nothing wrong with the site, but I understand that it's like flagging everybody's browsers like, oh god, the site is not secure. It's like, it's lying to you. It's compromised. It's hacked. It's not compromised or hacked. Our security cert is out of date. We're getting that resolved. It should be resolved sometime next week. No reason to panic, but I understand your concern. If you would prefer not to visit the wiki, feel free to DM me and be like, I don't want to visit the wiki, but what are the guild rules? I'll copy paste them for you. I don't care. I'm good with that. But yeah, that's what's going on there. If anybody was wondering why that is flagging up, I noticed it last week, right after Vecino got back in town. I was like, we're working on it. We'll get it sorted. Anything else peeps need to know about what's going on in ESO?
I don't think so.
Fair enough.
We got a new event coming up shortly, but other than that, everything's looking up right now.
New in-game event?
No, it's just a monthly event that's coming up.
Ah. Good times. But yeah, like I said, if you want to join us on the PCNA server, head on down to Scumadin. Ask for Dies, Ginger Gal, like a dozen other people. I can't remember them all either. And I just gave everybody the permissions like 2 days ago. But feel free to head on down there. They'll get you sorted out. Dies is always around. If he's not, somebody who is will take care of you. Oh, what other games do we have to talk about? Boom, bam. Ooh, right. Did you guys see the thing Surge posted today about the Battlefield 2042 data mine that happened? Because it's hype as fuck for anybody who's excited about Battlefield 2042. Oh, Surge is back. What's up?
I wasn't even so super hyped about Battlefield until I saw that, and I was like, "Fuck yeah,
dude!" I am super hyped. I'll link it in the Discord thread for anybody who didn't see it when it got dropped in gaming. But basically, based on the data mine, it is suspected that Hazard Zone, the new gameplay type that they still haven't actually shown, is going to be something between Escape from Tarkov and Hunt Showdown. And it looks like they've definitely seen the orbital map has built-in support for the game mode. There doesn't appear to be any maps that are exclusively set up for Hazard Zone. So it looks like Hazard Zone will just be a game mode that you can play on the existing Battlefield 2042 maps, which is super cool. Like I'd love to do that and not have to learn additional maps. Learning Battlefield maps already is kind of a pain sometimes. So give me less maps to learn. I'm okay with that. Let me play the game mode in there. But it looks super, super cool. I'm a big fan of Escape from Tarkov. It's brutal. It's really hard. But there also isn't a whole lot of other gameplay experiences like it out there. So if Battlefield, if DICE are going to take a stab at something that's in between Escape from Tarkov and Hunt Showdown, that's just like a whole nother new layer of content, kind of like the Portal game mode that they showed off last month. That I'm just like, they keep giving me good news about Battlefield 2042. I can't be excited enough about this.
Especially because it's somebody different than Battlestate doing it. I think the thing that makes Escape from Tarkov so frustrating is you're constantly fighting the menus, and there's about 40 different med kits that you have to use for each limb that you have when it's broken. And if Battlefield can streamline all that stuff, it'll immediately be a better experience than Escape from Tarkov is.
Like I love Escape from Tarkov as a concept, but I 100% concede it is incredibly brutal and unforgiving, and there's a lot of systems and mechanics that you have to learn. The maps, you have to learn them because there's no in-game anything to help you out. And the devs for Escape from Tarkov have been very clear. They have no intent to make it easier. Like that's the way they want the game to be. And it's like, all right, well then, cool. That's the way the game will be then. But if somebody else is going to take some of those ideas and concepts that they have from that game and do exactly what you're talking about, streamline it, make it a little bit more approachable, I think that could be huge.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times on Escape from Tarkov that I've found like a graphics card and been running around not knowing the map at all and trying to extract with it and just wandering around for the entire duration of the map, panicking.
Yeah, paranoid because you're carrying around a very, very valuable, very, well, maybe not impossible to find, but a very challenging thing to find. Yeah.
That was what I think was the highlight of Escape from Tarkov. Like, my heart would race. I'd find something even halfway decent, and I would try to extract. And the whole time, I could just feel the hair standing up on the back of my neck, like somebody's gonna kill me.
Yeah, for me, some of the sweaty, like, panicky times that I had was, I just won a duel, but I'm out of meds. My leg is broken. The clock is ticking down, and I know where the extract is, but it's pitch black, and it's like, can I even limp there fast enough because I'm carrying so much shit I don't want to drop that my stamina is dropping just from walking. I was incredibly guilty of always over encumbering myself and just like trying to like drag myself with one leg and a broken arm to the extraction point.
I've done that so many times as well. Or just like, I can't decide what I want to drop so that I can pick this other thing up, and I've spent too much time in my inventory.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that way too many times as well.
Yeah, man. I never considered, because they've been real clear about saying like, oh, it's not a battle royale mode. But so many people are like Vicino was one of the first people. He's like, well, there's this storm thing, so that sure the fuck looks like a battle royale mode to me. And it's like, but they said it's not. So he's like, well, then what is it? I was like, I don't know. But if this leak / data mine turns out to be true, holy man, the amount of things to do in this game compared to previous titles, I just like, there's so much.
Well, like, after all the stuff with like Battlefield 1 and like the direction they were taking with it and stuff, and it was just wasn't for me, and I was just like, I'm done with Battlefield. But if all the stuff that they say they're doing with Battlefield 2042, if like they keep that up, I'll definitely be getting that because it's shaping up to look like a really nice game.
Yeah.
With a lot to do, with a lot of replayability on the multiplayer aspect of it.
Beyond just like the typical go out there and just do shenanigans things, like
Yeah.
try to launch vehicles into planes as they fly by and stuff like that.
Putting C4 on your own team's helicopter, waiting for them to go up in the air and blow it up.
And immediately getting kick banned from the server.
Yeah. Watching the helicopter do a backflip first makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah, Alth is a little too hyped for this game.
Dude, I'm very hyped.
I'm scared of getting hyped up about a game like that because.
Oh, trust me, I'm.
Last big hype was Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad I didn't get on that hype train. Good lord,
I remember Vocinos, they wanted to take it the worst.
Dude, that hype train was dangerous. I feel for people who got on that, honestly, because I wanted it to succeed for everyone's sake, because the idea and the concept was so cool. But God, that's a rough one. I mean, you're speaking of like getting like on the hype train and like getting burned. You're also talking to somebody who actually paid for Anthem. So I've been burned by EA before. I've been burned real fucking bad.
Although, to be fair, like, I think if there was no hype for Cyberpunk, it would have been an okay game. Like,
yeah,
I really love the environment. Like, they made it, the world, they made it absolutely beautiful. Like, I would walk from place to place just to, like, look around and look up. But it wasn't the, like, open world masterpiece that they made it out to be.
Yeah, it was definitely not, GTA.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is, the obvious comparison that a lot of people made.
Yeah.
Oh, also, man, there's some wicked storms rolling into the area. So if the stream suddenly dies, that's because my UPS is having trouble, and it can't handle some of these quick power spikes that we've had recently with storms. So just in case the stream dies, that's what happened. But yeah, I'm super hyped for 2042. Cannot wait. Especially after some of the leaked gameplay that came out of the NDA test that was happening last week. There was some very cool stuff in there. Seeing how they've done it with like multiple control points in certain regions of the map and stuff like that. The overall just look of the UI was quite nice. Seeing people swapping out the different mods as they were moving around the map, and they were going into different engagement ranges. I'm hip. I'm ready. My body is ready. Hopefully they won't wait too long to tell us all about it. Speaking of other games, though, that are coming out in October that I'm super hyped for, which is, pain because I want to play them all. Back for Blood, currently in open beta. Pretty hype on this game. Played a few too many hours already. I'm on the other side of 65 hours so far between last weekend and this weekend. If anybody is into Left 4 Dead-esque games, you should try it tonight or tomorrow while the beta is still open for freezies. Good fun.
Oh, it's free to play?
Yeah, the beta is totally free this weekend. You literally just go download it.
Shit.
It is. There is a surprising amount of depth and content. Like, I'm 65 hours in, and I'm not done unlocking all of the stuff that's available to unlock in the game. Like, within this beta, I should say. There is still more content that I have not successfully unlocked because there's just so much. And there is only like one series of maps to play, but people are like, oh, this is like, there's not a lot of maps in this game. It's like, okay, but like in Left 4 Dead, one like campaign or one series of missions was 4 missions. Then they put 8 missions into this beta. So like they basically gave you 2 Left 4 Dead campaigns worth of missions. Seems pretty reasonable to me, but I don't know. And especially for free. Like, you can just play it for free.
Well, yeah, that's the best price.
Free 95, best price.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, so much of what they've done, I think, is extremely positive for the genre. Like, they basically took the formula of 4 players going across the map with various not like story points, but action points that are set up where, like, you lower a bridge and that summons a horde, or you turn on a grain silo and that summons a horde. Things like that you're used to from games like Left 4 Dead. But then to have all the extra customization to how you're playing, I don't understand when people disparage it or compare it to Left 4 Dead 1 or 2, like Left 4 Dead 1 or 2 is somehow better. I don't get it. There's so much more replayability built into this game with the way they did the system, and there's so much more adaptability for the characters, because all the characters are not just models, they actually have different stats from one another, so it can play into what you're doing or how your team functions to use the different characters and stuff like that. Never mind the deck building mechanics that are in there and the weapon customizations. Like, just everything about it is so much more fleshed out than Left 4 Dead ever was. So I don't know. It's a great damn game. I'm desperately trying to figure out how to justify buying it, because I really want to play it.
There's extreme replayability. So there's that.
Say again?
Their website says extreme replayability, so there's that.
Yeah, well, and what they're doing with it is, because, like, in Left 4 Dead or games like that, like Vermintide, you are basically going through the map, and yeah, you'll get horde spawns sometimes, and like in Vermintide there'd be patrols of the storm vermin wandering around you had to be careful about. In Left 4 Dead you might have like different places with car alarms you had to be careful about, and the zombie spawn would be random, and sometimes you get horde spawns. But with Back 4 Blood, they're also adding in the AI director, aside from placing drops and enemies and stuff like that, also draws cards basically at the beginning of each mission or of each map, and it changes, like, it modifies the special infected that spawns sometimes it modifies the horde enemies that are spawning, and there's always an additional bonus objective that you can complete for additional reward at the end of the map if you can pull it off. Like, it might be just something as simple as finish the map within a certain time limit, or finish the map with everybody still alive, or it might be something like finish the map within a certain time limit and don't trigger any alarms, like car alarms or door alarms, or the crows that are scattered around the map sometimes that can summon horde enemies as well. A lot of interesting stuff, and because there's so many different things like that, there's one mechanic I didn't even see the entire first weekend of playing. Like, maybe it wasn't enabled and that's why I never saw it, but there was a mechanic that I ran into this weekend for the first time, which was lights out. Like, it was just, you were only navigating by flashlight. It was dark outside, like late evening, and all of the electricity was out in all the buildings, so you were navigating everything by flashlight. Made it incredibly more intense than it might otherwise have been.
That's really cool, though. That is really cool, because like I loved Left 4 Dead, but obviously it's aged a bit.
Yeah,
and there hasn't been really anything to really replace it since then. So it'd be cool to see what Back 4 Blood does.
I mean, yeah, Vermintide's was a good replacement for me in a lot of ways, but I also enjoyed melee a lot in Left 4 Dead 2. Like, I almost always gave up my pistol for an axe or a katana to be one of our melee guys in our comps that we were running. So with Vermintide was Left 4 Dead, but it was set in Warhammer Fantasy, so there was ranged weapons, bows, some like flintlock type weapons, stuff like that, but predominantly it was a melee focused game, which I was totally okay with. Didn't do it for everybody. I also enjoy the Warhammer setting, so that worked in my favor. But Back 4 Blood, legitimate, like, because Left 4 Dead 2 came out not even a year after the original Left 4 Dead, or right around a year, and both were at AAA price. I was super put off by Left 4 Dead 2 initially, and I had to be talked into it. And I really consider Left 4 Dead 2 to be like Left 4 Dead 1.5. Like they changed some things, there were some improvements, and there were new maps, but it was still very much the same game. Back 4 Blood, on the other hand, is like a true Left 4 Dead 2. I feel like there's been actual large, meaningful changes to the game while still maintaining that core 4 players versus the AI director navigating through these maps. So, yeah, if you are into that type of game, strongly recommend checking it out before the beta goes through noon Pacific time Monday. So you've got like tonight and tomorrow basically to check it out. Strongly recommended. If anybody wants to play, I'll be playing after the stream, as long as the power holds. But that's all I want to talk about Back 4 Blood, unless somebody else want to talk about it, because I'll talk more. I don't care. The game's fun as hell.
You mean you doubt the Texas power grid? Isn't it super awesome because you don't have to rely on other states?
Emphatically do I doubt this power grid, especially the fucking transformer that has blown... I want to say the transformer out back has blown 3 times in the last 5 years. So yes, I definitely don't trust this power grid.
Oh.
Hisiri in the YouTube chat said, let's just say it's so good, I'll be depressed until it releases, starting Monday at noon Pacific. And I feel that. I fucking feel that in my soul. Good God. What else do I have? Oh, crap, we're running long. We're gonna go long. Oh, yeah. Pokemon Presents on the 18th. If you don't know what to do on the 18th and you're bored, there's gonna be a big Pokemon stream talking about the new Pokemon Legends Arceus, aka Breath of the Pokemon, and the Gen 4 remakes. Brilliant Diamond and... is it Brilliant Pearl and Shiny Diamond? I don't know, something like that. I'm excited. I've already called dibs on Diamond version from Precious. Gen 4 is my favorite gen. I'm excited. And
I'm definitely looking forward to Breath of the Pokemon.
Yeah, they're just gonna say they're putting it on hold to focus more on the Arceus game.
Dude, I'll tell you right now, if they can, the Gen 4 remakes, look, if they want to push them back, fine. Because right now I think they're slotted for November, and my fucking like end of the year holiday season gaming is fucking full right now between Back 4 Blood and Battlefield. Like, if they want to push it back to like Q1 or 2 next year, I'm super good with that. Like, push it back. I'm fine. Make them good. Don't make them shit. That's all I ask.
Yeah, no, I'm with Brandon though. It's all about the new refreshing stuff. Hopefully,
Yeah, I want that. I want that new, like. I feel like we've just been lacking a good, since the early Pokemon games. Like, there has not been a good new Pokemon game to come out. Like, I did not really enjoy Sword and Shield.
Did you play some of the spin-off stuff, like the Pokemon Tactics game?
I don't think so.
That's a pretty good, like, if you enjoy, Final Fantasy Tactics-esque games, they actually did a tactical turn-based game for Pokemon. Can't remember what it was called offhand.
But I want to feel like I'm the very best that no one ever was.
Like no one ever was.
I want to feel like a Pokemon master out exploring the world, doing my own thing in a way that's not super linear.
There's a Minecraft mod for that. It's called Pixelmon.
Nice.
It's actually super dope.
There was some game that came out on Steam that was basically a Pokemon ripoff, but I didn't really like the sound of the spin they put on it. I forget what it was called. People in Strats were playing for a while.
Yeah, you mentioned it last week.
Yeah,
Off.
What, Pixelmon?
No,
the other one.
No, it was Life Force, the one that played it.
Yeah, a few people played it. I actually have some other buddies that aren't in Strats that play it as well periodically, but I don't think it's actually. Is it done? Because I know it wasn't done previously, and that was a big like turnoff to some folks.
What was the game called?
I don't remember offhand. I never got into it. Never tried it.
But I looked at it, and there was some spin they put on it to make it not Pokemon. But it's like that's one of the few cases where I'm just like, I really wish you just directly ripped off Pokemon.
It was Temtem, wasn't it?
Temtem. Yep, that's what it's called.
But yeah, that was one because they put, I forget what it was. They put some spin on it, and I was like, I don't really like that.
Hmm. Oh yeah, and Grizzard also said down at good lord, I don't know if you guys can hear that. Grizzard also said the Pokemon Unite. He and the wife are addicted to the mobile MMO-esque, or not MMO, MOBA-esque Pokemon game.
I've never been a big mobile person.
They have Poke MMO as well, which has got like a bunch of the games all thrown into one, and then it's got like a market system and all that shit with it too.
What's it called? Poke MMO?
Poke MMO, yeah.
Things for Googling later. Add that to the list. Yeah, I'm writing it down right now so don't forget. Poke MMO. All right, I'm gonna have to go look into that later. See what that's all about.
Yeah.
Wait.
Well, Back 4 Blood's just done downloading. I'm gonna play it tomorrow when I get up.
Right on. What time roughly what time stateside time will you be around? Cuz I'll pop in and like show you the ropes cuz they do not tell you shit. They just throw you in it.
It'll be tomorrow night cuz I'm gonna cook for. There's the missus' mom's birthday this week, and so I'm gonna cook for her. But
right on.
probably around, probably around 3 or 4 like Eastern, I think. 3. It's 3. 4,
Oh
5,
yeah, I'll
6,
already be
yeah.
around. Yeah, I'll already be around by then. So yeah,
Yeah.
hit me up, man. I'll help you out, get you the lowdown.
Awesome, sweet, sounds good.
One other thing you can do this week after the Back 4 Blood beta ends, rip. Guild Wars 2, the beta, the first beta for the End of Dragons is on Tuesday. 3 of the specializations will be available: the Harbinger, which is the Necro, the Virtuoso for the Mesmer, and the Willbender for the Guardian. D, how long's that running for? It's Tuesday through what? Oh, your mic might be derped out. I see like a permanent green border around you, but I don't hear you. Oh, yeah, Grizzix says also hit him up if you're interested in checking out the Guild Wars 2 beta. He would also hang out and play with you. I think D's mic is all derped out right now. He's trying to sort that. But yeah, I know that's going on.
Tuesday through Saturday.
Tuesday through Saturday, right on. Is it the only new ones are going to be
I've been playing since beta, so if anybody needs help, let me know. It's a week-long beta.
Nice.
Playing all beta also. What they'll be doing is they'll be giving you 3 empty character beta slots.
Oh,
So
nice.
Basically, 1 for each one. They'll give you gear, max level you. And the thing about this beta that is unlike the previous betas for Path of Fire, you will be able to play in any situation. Structured PvP, world versus world, and open
Oh,
world.
really? That's crazy.
Last ones they had only allowed you to play in structured PvP. So they're opening it up to the entirety of the world.
Oh, that's super cool. That's really...
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I hope it breathes some new life into the game.
Yeah,
Focusing on Necro myself, but there's a lot of just new diversity with those 3 classes.
Yeah. If there's, I've said it many times. If there's anything that can drag me back into Guild Wars 2 after being gone for so long, it's a good Canthan's expansion, which is exactly what this could be. So.
They're putting all their.
I never
resources
got
into
to
it,
experience
so-
one, so I'm looking forward to seeing Cantha myself.
Oh, Cantha was my favorite. Oh, you never
That's
got
what
to.
everybody has told me. I never played one.
Oh, dude. I mean, Guild Wars 1 was such a great game, but it was
Still is.
overshadowed by some of the. Yeah, I mean, it's still up, still a thing. You could still play it totally, but it is definitely was overshadowed by that was like the heyday of WoW. EverQuest Online was still a big thing at that point. There was a lot of other games vying in that.
They have never put money that they needed to into advertising and marketing, and I don't know why.
It's
It's bad that way.
It's a fucking mystery. Because they got all the cereal in the the lounge there at A&F. They
Because
spend all the money
it's
on
such
cereal.
a good game, but nobody knows about it.
Well,
Yeah, I think the first 6 weeks of Guild Wars 2, I logged almost 300 hours, something like that. Played a lot.
oh, and another thing about the beta, Guild Wars is free to play. You don't have to pay anything to just download the game and play the first part of the Guild Wars, when the actual released game. The beta will be available even for those players who have not spent money on any of the expansion. It's open to anybody, including those that just have free accounts.
See, that's the fucking way to do it, man. The companies are finally figuring it out. Like, you want to get people to check out your shit, don't make us pre-order for it. Don't make us pay for it. Just let us check it out. If you are confident we will like it based on what you've got, and you want people to check it out, then just fucking let us do it. God, I'm glad they're doing that.
A lot of companies are figuring that out now.
I mean, it seems like it.
So, I mean, I'll be around. You can either hit me up and message me, through Discord, or just talk to Auth. He's got my information. And I do run the Strats Guild, but as it it's inactive, so not anybody there at the moment. But if you are looking for a place to have a guild hall and things like that, we do have that.
If you want to try to get it active again, if you invite me, I'll help you.
Sure, I'll get you active. Just send me your account name and I'll invite you into it.
I'll send it to you now, so I make sure I don't forget.
That's good.
And just
But
like
yeah,
that.
It's it just is what it is. I have the best thing about Guild Wars is you can be in multiple guilds. So if you join ours and you don't have, if
I've been playing solo for like 3 years. I haven't played with anybody.
Not somebody in the guild not something in that guild that you want, you can go to another one. You can have multiple guilds, multiple guild halls, various and assorted benefits and associated with all of those. And to tell you the honest truth, Guild Wars 2 is a great game just to pick up and play on the side if you aren't looking for something incredibly, stressful with progression and things of that nature. It's just a great game altogether.
And it doesn't cost a monthly fee, which is always a bonus.
Always a bonus.
Always a bonus. So yeah, Guild Wars 2 beta starting on Tuesday. And last but not least, just a reminder, Overwatch League is still ongoing. RIP the Houston Outlaws, who just barely missed making playoffs. Or not season playoffs, but Countdown Cup playoffs, which will start up tomorrow. Fucking Dallas just barely edged us out in map score. And then, thankfully, even though the Shock made it, Vicino's not here for me to taunt, but even though the Shock made it, they have to play Dallas tomorrow if they want to actually go to Hawaii. Probably not going to happen. I have full confidence in Dallas to clap the Shock. But we will not be having Strats Weekly next week because we will be, well, at least some of us, I know Zarek and myself for sure, will be watching the finals for the Countdown Cup. And then it's on to the actual playoffs, like Season 4 playoffs. Pretty hype. Zarek, how hype are you? You might have gone AFK. I was going to taunt him because his team that he was very angry about earlier this league or this season fell below the team that he's currently pulling for in the overall standings by 1 position. But he's not here to receive the taunting. Feels bad. But there won't be Strats Weekly next week. We'll be watching the Countdown Cup playoffs, which will be at the exact same time as when we normally have the weekly. As you can see, I can't watch and do this at the same time. I'd be very distracted. So that'll be that. But we will be back again on the 28th. Goodness gracious, this storm. All right. Well, I'm not going to risk this thing going haywire on me. I'm going to just go ahead and get out of here. Thanks to everybody who came out for the Strats Weekly over here in the stage, as well as all the peeps watching on the YouTube. If you check the bot afterward, we appreciate it also. See you next week. Well, 2 weeks. Bye.